from Kauai. We are spending the next 5 days here on the island, and we're excited to show you all of the best things to do, see, and eat here on the island. To catch you up to speed, we landed yesterday afternoon at the main airport in Lahui. We picked up our rental car, grabbed a quick bite to eat at some food trucks, made a grocery run, and then we met up with our friends Maddie and Patrick, who you might know as the travel mentors. So that brings us to today. We started the morning by grabbing some malasadas in town, and we are about to hop in the car and make the drive up to Tunnels Beach on the North Shore.
Oh, I gotta throw my stuff. Okay. Gotta bring the bucket hats. Right now we are on an hour drive over to Tunnels Beach from where we are staying in Kapa'a. We chose to stay on the eastern side of the island because accommodations here tend to be a little bit more affordable, and it's a great home base for exploring the entire island. Since both the north and south shores are only about an hour away, you can go to either side just about any day fairly easily.
So we are just now pulling up to Tunnels Beach, and parking here is notoriously difficult. We are here in September, so it's slightly less crowded. I've heard if you really want to guarantee parking, get here at like 7 or 8 a.m. Instead, we are here around noon today, hoping to catch some people that came in the morning leaving for lunch. So we're in the main lot area right now, and there is no parking. So I think we're going to drive down a little bit further and see what we can find.
After driving a few minutes down the road to Haina, there's like a bunch of parking here, maybe spots for 40 cars, and you'll wait like 5-10 minutes. And now we're gonna walk maybe a quarter mile back to get to Tunnels Beach. You can walk down either the roadside or you can actually go down on the beach. The walk takes less than 5 minutes. You guys gotta give me a wave or something. Dude, I'll take one of these, dude. You're embarrassed about that high five? Do you want a redemption? That was pretty good.
About to go snorkeling at Tunnels, which is supposed to be the best snorkeling beach on the island. Hawaii's not really known for snorkeling, but that's okay. We're excited to go check it out. My goal is to see a turtle.
I think if I can see any fish, I'll be excited.
Can you see anything?
Yeah.
You look completely fogged up.
Oh, I'm not.
It's crazy swimming out here because the coral's maybe like 2 feet deep, and then all of a sudden you reach the reef's edge and it just completely drops off. Visibility isn't super great in the water today. I've seen a few fish though.
I'm trying to be brave and dive down at the edge of the reef, but I'm scared. Probably means I should do it. Oh, I'm so scared.
Are you gonna dive down, Neen?
Yeah, I can. We're down together. Let's do it.
Let's go!
Oh, my ears fall down.
Whew. Patrick looks like a Navy SEAL. This thing looks professional. You made it! Wow, what a pretty beach, huh?
It's so pretty.
I think the beach is a little prettier above water than it is underwater. That's fair. Like 2 times ago, it was like crystal clear. Never know. Life is like a box of chocolates.
So if you're trying to spend all day here at Tunnels, obviously the views are the main reason to come. It is so stunning. This is actually the beach where Bethany Hamilton got her arm bitten off by a shark. So for me, I'm kind of geeking out because Soul Surfer was the first chapter book I ever read, and I was obsessed with that movie growing up. So to be sitting here looking at the surf break where that happened is pretty surreal, and also makes snorkeling a bit freakier when you really think about that there are sharks out there in this water.
After this, we're going to pack up our stuff, head over to the car, and drive just a few minutes down the road over to Hyannis State Park, where we were able to get permits to go for a little hike that overlooks the Na Pali Coast. We're going to have an entire video in a few weeks dedicated to the 3 different ways to see the Na Pali Coast by land, air, and sea, which we're trying to do all this week. But for now, let's pack up our stuff and head over there.
We depart pretty far, but it's such a beautiful walk that it's hard to complain.
Pretty far?
We'd probably do this walk anyway. It's only doing it with all of our stuff that's the not fun part.
Something I can really appreciate about this spot is the fact that the parking is actually free. I feel like especially with such limited parking, it'd be so easy to just charge a premium for even to fight for a parking spot. Hopefully I didn't give Hawaii any ideas, but for now, this beach is free parking. Something to keep in mind when you're over here too, not a big deal, but there's no service, so.
We don't really know where we're going right now. We know our permit starts at 4:30. So we only have 3 minutes. I don't think it's very far down this road, but we could be driving for 20 minutes. I have no idea.
Something we totally spaced on doing, but I know is right here, so maybe on our way back, is there's a cave right at the start of this thing that apparently is like really deep. Should we go check out the cave?
On our way back.
Hopefully it's still light out.
How's it going? Jay is going in his full beach attire.
I didn't fully think this through. A heavy black shirt, black hat, and my flip-flops.
This morning I literally thought, should I remind Jay to bring his Tevas? And I was like, nah, that's kind of me momming him. I'll be micromanaging, and who forgot his Tevas? But I have a change of shoes and I fully changed my outfit for this hike, so one of us is prepared.
This is a pretty beloved hike, so it's no wonder why they protect it. The ranger at the station said we're one of the lucky few to get permits to get in and see this. Kauai is known as the Garden Isle, and it's not hard to see why. We are literally in a jungle.
So once you walk the short little boardwalk from the parking area down, there are restrooms and a water bottle fill up down here, which is really nice to know to top off your water bottle. We're officially in the Na Pali Coast State Park. So let's start this trail and see if we can see it. So here's the sign that answers all of our questions. We're just going to the Ke'e Beach viewpoint, which is just a quarter mile up, but I think it's all uphill, so it might be a hard quarter mile. And something we read about Kauai is that the trails are extremely muddy and slippery. I will say though, we're here the first week of September and our friends said they have not had rain in a long time. So this is about as dry as it gets. But I have heard that Tevas or hiking sandals is kind of the way to go for shorter hikes because you are pretty much guaranteed to cake your shoes in mud most of the year.
It's kind of funny to walk past 3 hazard signs as you start the hike. The Kauai Trail is known as one of the most epic yet dangerous hikes in all of the United States. We are hiking nothing but a very short section to a lookout point, and I'm doing it in flip-flops. And you're looking like one of those tourists with like your water bottle, just like you don't have a bag, you're just swinging the water bottle. That's the only thing you brought.
I don't look as dumb as you in your flip-flops.
I don't know. I look pretty good right now.
You do not. Newport hat, flip-flops. You look like you don't know what you're doing.
I at least look like a camera guy because I got my camera like right on my chest, microphone on the hat.
Tell us in the comments who looks like they're supposed to be on a hike more.
Come on, lady.
Even with the afternoon permit, where you only have 2 hours up here, this is the perfect way to spend it. I'm so glad we came up here. What a way to kick off seeing the Na Pali Coast. But it does make me even more excited to see it from the air in the helicopter tomorrow and hopefully, weather permitting, on a boat tour later this week. I can already see some of the catamarans and rafts out there right now. The views of the coast are so beautiful, but the beach over here is pretty cool too. I actually did hear that Tunnels is even a little bit better, but this is definitely less crowded because you need a permit to get there.
My least favorite place to be is anywhere that mosquitoes are. That being said, this whole hike has looked like an absolute playground for mosquitoes, but I haven't gotten any bites or even really seen any. That could be because it's so dry right now, but at least report for today on bugs is pretty solid.
Literally right after we stopped for a moment so I could grab my sunglasses, and I saw a mosquito land right on Nina's arm and just got her first bite.
Quite yet. We might have caught it early enough. I'm not stopping though. Keep walking. Right on the idle. We are not stopping on the way down. All right, now that we've wrapped up our hike, we're headed back to the car and we're going to start our drive back to Kapa'a. If you're short on time on this trip, you could definitely combine a visit to the town of Hanalei and Hanalei Bay with everything we did today. We're planning on coming back to Hanalei later this week. If you are going to do a longer day hike, it does sound like the people that went to the far beach or went to the waterfall and the shuttle, maybe you have a little more flexibility with when you arrive and when you leave.
I just stopped our Strava and we went about 2.5 miles in just under 2 hours, which was our permit time. But that was like a super chill hike. I feel like just about anybody could do that.
Right across from Tunnels Beach is this cave. It apparently goes a little further back. Jay couldn't resist checking it out. Girl just wanted to sit in the car in the AC.
When we pulled up to the beach, I knew there was a little cave right here, but I had to come in and see it before we left. This thing is huge. This is how far back it is. You could easily have like 1,000 people in here. Oh, you know what? It'd be a sick concert venue. Hold events. That's a good business idea for Hawaii. There's the car. A little neater.
Even though we live in the mountains, we are such beach people at heart. Like whether it's a pool or the ocean, I love snorkeling. I love playing in the waves. I love being at the beach. It is my absolute favorite thing. Jay does like swimming in big waves and he likes the beach, but Jay loves the island vibe. But he is always so happy if he can like run around barefoot or wear nothing but flip-flops. He's like, oh, remember French Polynesia and like riding that moped around the island barefoot? That's what he loves. Always got a headlamp and everything.
That's pretty sweet. It reminded me a lot of the lava caves in Galapagos. We got lucky enough to time our trip up perfectly with this night market. Sounds like the first Saturday night of every month, they shut down 2 different streets and all these street shops kind of pull up. So I got a little poke bowl and it was really good, fresh local fish, and always fun supporting small businesses.
Dole Whip, my favorite. Thank you. Just as good as Disneyland.
Thank you.
Most important item on the food tour.
Look at how open this Taco Bell looks.
They close at 9 p.m. and that's being open late for Kauai.
Before you all judge us for getting Taco Bell while we're in Kauai, we don't have Taco Bell at home in Jackson Hole. And it's probably the cheapest thing we're gonna eat on the island this week, so that's why we did it. Good morning. It is day 2, our second full day here. Today, we are blessed with beautiful weather this morning, so we are kind of getting our hopes up because we are driving to our helicopter tour, which at least for me is the most anticipated part of this entire Kauai trip. Let's do this thing.
All right, guys, we're gonna check in.
Wow. I can't think of many experiences that you'll have that can compare to that.
$380 per person is definitely spendy. Like, I shouldn't gloss over that part. But after the fact, my initial impression is like, all right, now that we have finished up our helicopter tour, we were originally planning to just hang out on the eastern side of the island today and take it a little bit easier in terms of driving. But because we have such nice weather and the rest of the week looks a little unpredictable, we're actually on our way down to the south coast. We're gonna go to Poipu Beach, which is the most visited beach on the island. It's kind of the main resort area as well. And just spend the afternoon down on the south coast, grab some lunch before returning in this evening.
All right, we just rolled up to Poipu Beach, which is one of the most popular beaches on the entire island. And we've been told that Puka dog is one of the best spots to eat.
I'm really excited to try it. And conveniently, it's like literally right here on the beach. I am hoping they have french fries though, because I'm really in the mood for some french fries. Just walking up to Puka dog, it has a line wrapped around the building. So that tells me either it's literally the only option on the beach and everyone's just desperate, or it really is that good.
Getting food at Puka dog was quite the experience. Took us about 20 minutes, and you definitely got the feel that that's like the high school cool spot to work. Like, locals roll up, they get their free food, and then all the tourists just like wait in line. I'm really interested to see how this tastes though.
They also fresh squeeze their lemonade, and by fresh squeeze lemonade, there's literally pressing the lemons as you speak, custom making your lemonade. I don't know that I'd rank it above like Chick-fil-A lemonade, that's my top, but it's a really solid cup of lemonade.
Look at this large rooster right here. These guys are literally everywhere. They want my Puka dog for sure.
I think it's good. I think it's really good. I don't like hot dogs, so that's saying a lot. If anywhere in the world is going to have paper straws, it should probably be the snack shack on the beach with sea turtles. So save the turtles is definitely relevant here. This is definitely the busiest beach we have seen. I think it's the busiest on the island. Tons of families, tons of kids, and it makes sense because there's a food, there's a playground, there's restrooms, there's a lot of amenities. It is no hidden gem.
They've developed a little cove in here with some rocks to make the waves super mellow. It is the Pacific Ocean, so I was kind of expecting really, really cold water, but
It's been perfect.
it's maybe like, what, mid-70s?
I don't know, but for how hot it is outside, it feels refreshing still, but I am not freezing.
Yeah, it's kind of fun being next to the waves coming over the cove.
I love this. I love the ocean.
It's crazy that they don't mind all these people. They just kind of crawl up right here and hang out. It almost feels like a zoo, but it's just the wild.
Yeah, they're coming in.
Even though we absolutely love that beach, we wanted to go just a few minutes down and try Shipwreck Beach. So we're headed that way right now. Supposedly, there's a cliff jumping spot there. Always like to make myself uncomfortable and do things that I don't want to do. So hopefully I'll jump. One thing that is really underrated about Kauai so far is the fact that everywhere we go, there's free parking. Nobody else is jumping off the jumping spot, so both me and I are a little nervous about pioneering it ourselves. I think if I see somebody else do it, then I'll get the courage. The waves here are big. There's not as many surfers anymore, so we're gonna go try and swim so we're not in their way. Gotta time it in between the sets. We're gonna go walk up to the top of the jumping rock, see what it looks like from up there. You got a little cape.
I don't want to get my shoulders any more sunburned than they already are. I'm supposed to be a bridesmaid at a wedding on Saturday, and the bride would probably not be stoked to have me peeling because of sunburn.
The ground's kind of like pine needly, all these like pine trees.
So we just walked up from the beach to this little cliff jumping spot / overlook. It's a fun little walk just to see the beach. People do cliff jump up here. I'm not really sure what the tide conditions are or like the exact spot that people do it. So we've been waiting to see if anyone else does, but I'm hoping Jay chooses not to cliff jump today. Otherwise, it sounds like from up here, there's also a couple mile coastal walk, which is a fun little hike. It seems pretty mellow and it's really beautiful up here. So if you have the time or just looking to go for a little walk, definitely recommend it.
Love to see that, huh?
You're not diving.
I'll see you at the beach.
Well, I'm glad we got that over with. I knew that cliff jump would haunt Jay for the rest of our trip if he didn't do it. But I've said this before in our videos, I hate cliff jumping personally for myself. Also, I look ridiculous right now because I'm carrying all his stuff now. But I hate cliff jumping for myself, but I also hate it when Jay does it. I just hate it. I'm so sorry. He's chatting it up with his new friend in the water. No concussion?
Oh, totally fine. Yeah, there was a local named Michael. Finally, it was like, oh, like I do this all the time. We just watched exactly what he did. And on this one back in, he's like, 2 weeks ago, he's like, somebody died right here. Sounds like you just got to know what you're doing if you're going to do that job. When I was doing my cliff jump, I saw some locals on boogie boards doing backflips off of some of the low tide. So I came down and I tried my best to get some shots of them.
We've had a very full and fun day with the helicopter tour, which is just such a highlight of like travel in general, not even of the day or the trip. Like that's a highlight period of life. And then Poipu Beach and now Shipwreck Beach. But all this activity has me very ready for some shave ice.
Ooh, the fresh shave. What a name.
I don't really know what we're in for, but shave ice is pretty hard to mess up. Even if it's subpar shave ice, it's gonna hit hard right now.
So what makes the fresh shave special is that they use like no artificial colors or flavors, which is very rare for the shave ice flavoring. Some coconut cream on top that adds a good creamy flavor to it.
Oh, that was so sad. Oh my gosh. That is criminal what I just did. It's good stuff. And I love how in Kauai, no shirt, no shoes is just fine going into the store. That's something special. Coming fresh from the beach, sandy feet, and just totally fine. I was honestly really impressed with the South Island today. It's about 5 o'clock, so we're gonna head on back to Kapaa and call it for the night. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good morning. It is day 3 here on Kauai. We are about to drive north just up towards Hanalei Bay. But if you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And we also want to remind you guys, we have a full guide with everything about our trip, including the beaches we visited, food spots, parking information, plus 5-day and 3-day itineraries for your trip to Kauai. So if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and scan this QR code or go ahead and check out the link in the description. For now, the rain just started to come in, but we are driving up to the North Shore. We're gonna spend the day in Hanalei and the Hanalei Bay area. So we'll have some fun food stops. Hopefully the rain holds off enough for us to jump in the water and enjoy the beach a little bit. But if not, we'll just walk the town and make the best of it.
We knew the rain was coming. Don't act so surprised.
Doesn't mean I like it.
We had 2 great days.
Our first stop of the morning was going to be the One Hotel to check out their views and maybe grab a coffee. Parking was pretty hard to find though, at least in the free lot. We'd have to pay for hotel parking. So instead of doing that, we are gonna head over to Queen's Bath, which is only a 4-minute drive away. This is like one of those sea pools that you see people take like really aesthetic Pinterest photos at, but it's also known to be quite dangerous and claims quite a few lives every year. So especially with the hurricane right now and the tides being especially rough, we will probably not be getting in there, but since we're so close, it is definitely worth checking out, and we're gonna see what it looks like.
The gate's locked at Queen's Bath, so lots of people are rolling up, all disappointed, just like us. Makes sense from safety wise. Everyone's on vacation trying to go to cool destinations, and if it's unsafe, we have a higher risk tolerance because we're only here once in our lives. At least I was able to fly the drone. So Having a rental car around here is pretty much essential. It's like basically the only way to get around, especially considering that the road goes 3/4 around the island. That being said, always account for more time no matter where you're driving, because all of the roads are pretty much one lane and there's lots of bridge crossings. The speed limits are all very low. I think the highest speed limit on the island is like 50 miles per hour, and traffic can be really bad during the tourist season. So keep that in mind when you're trying to go places.
So we came down to Hanalei Bay and Pier. You can see the pier behind me. It's a good little spot for taking photos. Just like all the other beaches we visited yesterday, there is free parking and restrooms. And then the water in here, you can see lots of boats. On the right side of the pier, there are some surfers out. So it's really nice, mellow water. So I think we are just going to pick a spot and have a little beach morning here in Hanalei Bay.
I would definitely compare this beach to Tunnels just because of all the mountains in the background. And honestly, it's kind of fun with it being overcast. I feel like the sun has really been just like absolutely scorching us the past few days. And if you don't have an umbrella or aren't sitting in the shade, it can get a little uncomfortable. But this overcast weather is just like perfect. And the view with the clouds on the mountains, I honestly think is super cool. And even though it's raining pretty lightly, I'm still hearing and seeing helicopter tours still running in this. I'd be really interested to see what it was like with a doors off helicopter ride while it's raining. I bet you'd get soaked.
Guys, we got beat. The rain won. We tried to tough it out and then it just kept getting harder. We were probably out there for like 15, 20 minutes in the rain. Now we're just back at the car, sandy and soaking wet, along with all of our towels and clothes. We're just gonna drive into the town of Hanalei, which is like 30 seconds away, and try to find some lunch.
Makes me a little nervous for our boat tour tomorrow. Curious if they'll run, and if they do run, what it's gonna be like because it's so rainy. I'm ready for an adventure either way.
All right, it was about a 2-minute drive from the beach. We parked at the Hanalei Center, and we're just gonna kind of like walk the main area. Definitely try to get some poke right over here in the center, and maybe some shave ice at Wishing Well in a little bit. Get one order of the Hanalei special with the white rice.
And is that going to be for here too?
For here would be great.
Something interesting about almost all of these places we've gone to eat is they're not the stores that are like right in front of everything else. You kind of have to like walk through all these little strip malls to find them like tucked away in the back.
I've only had like 2 bites. Maybe the best I've ever had. That sad feeling when the best poke bowl you've ever eaten is done. Thinking about ordering another, but I know we have so many more food places we could go that I need to use my stomach space to try something else new. Although I could eat another one of those easy. We're getting rained on again, so we're gonna grab our rain jacket. I'm already kind of soaked through my shirt because my swimsuit was wet when I got dressed again. I know, it's from my swimsuit.
No, that's from rain.
Oh, both. Yeah, maybe we'll wait out the rain in the car. Give it like 10 minutes.
Rainy days are perfect for trying lots of food, and Hanalei is definitely the place to be doing that. Next up is Wishing Well Shave Ice.
This is another great example of something that Nina and I suck at sharing, because I don't like any of the flavors that she likes, and she doesn't like any of the flavors that I like. Oh man, she is face deep in that shaved ice.
The coconut ruins it.
Oh.
Overall, we had a great little morning here in Hanalei.
What a fun little town. I see the appeal with all the shops, all the food options, great beach. I loved Hanalei.
Having 5 full days on the island has been really nice for having a little bit of flexibility with our schedule. If you guys remember a couple days ago, we were up on the North Shore by Hanalei again, but we were able to come back today and just spend a little bit more time doing everything. And then also having the rain come through today, it wasn't totally devastating. So I would say if you have the time on the island to spend more like 5 or 6 days like we're doing instead of 3 or 4, you will have a much more relaxed vacation and be able to enjoy it. That being said, you can definitely hit the highlights on this island in 3 or 4 days if you have amazing weather and you just jam pack your schedule. The sun is peeking through a bit, so before heading back to the house, I think we're gonna find a little local beach and just chill out for the afternoon.
If you guys have been enjoying all the different food stops we've been making so far, let's go make sure to check out our dedicated Kauai food tasting tour, where we rank all of the most iconic food spots all over the island. Good morning. It is day 4 and there's a lot of rain and even lightning forecasted today. We are about to start driving over to Port Allen to hopefully hop on our Captain Andy's snorkel tour. And they didn't send us anything that said that it was canceled, but we're not super optimistic. It sounds like the hurricane is not going to directly hit the Hawaiian Islands. However, it's still raining pretty hard.
It's clear. for the moment.
Absolutely wild going from the north to the south side of the island and just seeing the change in the weather. The south side of the island is known as the sunny side, so we're enjoying that today.
We'll see if the Na Pali Coast is like this though. Rainbow. We got coffee.
We are getting rained on so hard right now.
It's raining on us pretty good outside, so everyone's huddled in here. At least there's somewhere to go when it's raining, but hopefully it clears up soon.
Rain is definitely a bummer, but they made these coconut pineapple muffins, and they've changed my life. These things are absolutely incredible. This is like my 5th one. Oh my gosh. We are getting absolutely soaked. We're in what's called a mega pod of dolphins right now.
That was a full-on spin.
We average at least 2 cellular devices into the ocean throughout the day. So,
Oh, the spin.
The sun is coming out. Number one, it's nice not to be getting hit with rain. And number two, it's awesome to see the colors. The water here is honestly really clear, especially in comparison to when we went diving at tunnels.
Did you have fun?
Love the water. Alright, we're definitely nearing the end of our tour. It's crazy to think that this morning when we were in this area, we were getting poured on with rain, and now it's so nice out. If that's any indication, if it looks like there's rain in the forecast, don't give up on your tour. It might still end up being wonderful like ours was.
All right, we just got off the boat, and what a fun way to see the Na Pali Coast. Yeah, if you guys are curious to see us compare seeing the Na Pali Coast from land, sea, and air, we have an entire dedicated video to that right over here. We'll go check that one out.
All right, now that we've had our little afternoon snack, we're gonna roll up to Keālia Beach, which is in the Kauai area again. And it's just like a sandy, very swimmable beach with some good waves for playing in. I think that's how we're gonna spend our afternoon, is just chilling at the beach on the east side of the island.
That's pretty sweet that you can just like pull up right to the waves.
Have fun playing in the waves?
The sand is so soft here. It's a really good wave beach. So many surfers, boogie boarders. Oh, I can spend a lot of time here.
It is day 5, which sadly means it's our final full day here in Kauai, and we're pretty sad about it. So sad. It's funny because we're on our way to a resort right now in Poipu, but we're kind of like, how could the resort be better than staying with Brady and Patrick? I mean, I'm sure we'll have a great time for our last day in Kauai, but they have been the best hosts and they are just the best people ever. If you don't follow them or haven't seen any of their videos, go check out the Travel Mentors. So what we've pretty much done all week is we've been staying with friends again on the east side of the island, had our rental car, and we've really just bopped all around doing all the activities, visiting all the beaches, very much like traveling per se. A lot of people come to the Hawaiian Islands though, and they want to a vacation and are just staying at a resort the whole time. So we chose to spend our very last day, which is today, at a resort down in Poipu. So we're actually driving right now to the Grand Hyatt Kauai, which is supposed to be one of the best resorts in Hawaii overall, like in all the islands, and definitely the best resort on the island of Kauai. So we're really excited to check that out. So we will see you at the resort. All right, so today for lunch, we came down to the Kaloa area again, which just has a ton of food trucks. It's kind of like Kapa'a, where it's a great spot just for a ton of different lunch options. Jay couldn't resist going to the Musubi truck again. They have a location down here because it's his absolute favorite on the island so far. So I decided to get a poke bowl from the Kaloa Fish Market.
Something I've noticed about Kauai too is that there are chickens literally everywhere. They're kind of like a pest. We've even eaten at a restaurant where they give you like a little chicken spray bottle, and there's all these like signs that say not only like don't feed the chickens, but like get rid of the chickens.
All right, we officially made it to the Grand Hyatt Kauai, and there's just so much to see and do here at this resort that we're gonna make an entire video dedicated to our stay here. But this is how we are closing out our 5th and final day here in Kauai. So we'll catch up with you guys tomorrow on the way to the airport, and don't forget to check out our whole Grand Hyatt video on our channel. All right, we are officially back at the airport, which is very sad because it means that our 5 days here in Kauai are over, but it has been such an incredible trip. Honestly, we were talking on the drive here, one of our favorites. And I know I say that about a lot of things, but genuinely, like, we have loved this trip so much.
Some things that stood out about traveling to Hawaii was the fact that we typically go international. So staying in the United States, we really could tell. Everyone speaks really good English. Everything uses the US dollar. All the water is safe to drink. The service was phenomenal and everything felt safe.
All the driving rules are the same as on the mainland. I totally get why people come to Hawaii year after year after year. My personal highlight from the trip was the helicopter tour and also hanging out with our friends Maddie and Patrick.
Yeah. I particularly loved the lagoon at the Grand Hyatt. Just something about being in the sand, and even though it was salt water, it felt so clean. And then definitely the Musubi truck. I will never stop talking about that.
And make sure when you come on vacation here to respect the culture and the land and leave everything better than you found it.
If you guys are interested in getting more details about our trip, we have an entire Kauai series up on YouTube, as well as a guide on Rexby. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time for another best day ever.
Yes, this is the BTS we need. Can I ask you all a question really quick?
No, Jay, please.
Turn your back, then he'll chase you.
People just love reels with dollar amounts.
How do you say it? Kalalo?
I'm trying. I have my left hand.
Okay, go.